So was this season Friendship Island, Couples Island, or Love Island? Did America just get another Nicolandria / a PR couple? And was there a comment that was taken overly out of proportion this whole season? And why somehow did we get racial stereotypes between all the black people of this season? We're going to talk about this on our Love Island Season 8 review.
He's a grown man! He's a grown man, baby!
So if you haven't watched my Season 7 review on Love Island, make sure I watch that video first before this one because it's going to be the same format. I'm going to go down each individual cast member, my thoughts and the bombshells, and then I'm going to give my overall rating of at the end of the season. So first person I want to start off with was Sean.
3 years ago, I had gotten somebody pregnant, and
Sean was our first dumped Islander. I really like Sean. I don't want to say this in a bad way, but I low-key wish he did not have a kid, only just because I feel like that was the major like red flag or turn off for a lot of people, because what I noticed, and I feel like a lot of people did not notice in the beginning, was that like everybody, like I think it was during the challenges or even the door challenge in the first couple of episodes, everybody kept pulling Sean. Like I really noticed that. Like I feel like people be forgetting that like Sean and Casey, a lot of people wanted them. A lot of people was pulling them to do the challenges or kisses. And so I really wish Sean would have, like I said, I feel like if he didn't have a kid, I feel like that would have made him stay on the show longer. And then knowing his like heart and his character, I definitely feel like he would have made it definitely towards the end without a doubt. But I also wanted to get into that messy, and I don't want to have to pull a race card, but I low-key think that, what was it, the police academy or officer or whatever was the person in charge, I think he was racist. And it kills me because I hate it when people have the plan and the platform and they still manage to miss the mark. That is one thing that always boils me, because it's like, how you got the plan and the platform and you still fumble? Because I just found like that was so weird that like, and I remember After Sun was also good as well. I had watched him on After Sun, and he had said that he had told everybody in the academy what he was doing. I think he had put in maybe like PTO or leave, or it was something like, he said people knew. And I think it was just weird to, he don't got no phone, he can't defend himself, for you to get up there and bash him. I'm having them sister, she defended, I think it was his sister got up in them comments and defended, her family member, because that was weird. And then what kills me is because like, I hate when people miss it. Like bro, I hate when people be missing it, especially businesses, PR. Like I hate when people miss it. You could have easily been like, oh, we're so proud of Sean, we love Sean. Like that would have been like, you're on a viral dating show, you easily could have made a post to be like, oh, we love Sean, we're rooting for him and all that. That would have been easy PR, easy publicity for your academy. But you want to go in there and bash somebody, you just look bitter. And then mind you, then you white, then he black, so now you just look bitter and racist. You know what I mean? I wanted to touch on that. Let's get back to Sean, but I just find that was just weird. But we're gonna get into Kenzie later. But I really thought Kenzie was gonna I really thought she was gonna choose Sean. Or was it Kenzie, or was it Beatrice? It was one of them that I thought that they were gonna end up choosing Sean, and then he ended up going home. And I was like, so who sat there and had that whole entire speech for them? Played my man, you know what I mean? I think it was, I don't know, I think it was Kenzie, I think. But whoever it was, I definitely think, I wish he would have stayed, but I think it was definitely him having a kid that made it like super duper hard, in my opinion. But overall, I like Sean. I follow him. He's so funny. You could tell he's so mature. People were saying that like towards the end, when people was like doing whatnots, they were like, you could tell Sean not being there affected the show, because like that's also true. I noticed, especially like Sincere, when he always had a question, he would always go to Sean. And I feel like later in the season he kind of went to like Corbin and stuff, and so I think that would have been good. Like Sean, knowing that he's older, I think he was almost 30 as well. That would have been I think that would have been a big thing as well. And then I wish for him, and like I said, maybe we didn't get to see it because it's only an hour out of a 24-hour a day. But I remember on After Sun, he said that he was attracted to Anaya, and I wish he would have pulled Anaya for more chats. But I ultimately still feel like it was the baby that was like a big turn off for a lot of people. But that is for Sean. So for the next person we'll go into is Melanie.
I'm not gonna make them. No, that's crazy.
You're nervous, right?
Give me 10. Give me 10.
If people are watching this, they're Melanie's clients, I have a couple of questions, because I don't know, like Melanie, when she had came in, she was cool and all that, but then like I don't know, I just like I don't know, I feel like she kind of lost me at the end. Like I had put in my notes, I was like, she's banned from confessionals. Like I don't know, I just feel like I don't know, it's just like you like Sincere that much. Like I don't know, it just killed me because it's like, you mind you, I've only watched season 6, right? It's Family Day and you're the only one crying on Family Day. Like I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's like you're the only one crying. Your mama done said something. Your mama, you was like, oh, your mama don't even fly into it. Your mama here, your sister here. When I was watching the episodes, everybody was like, oh my god, is her sister gonna be there? I didn't see the comments of her sister, but everybody was like, oh my god, is her sister's gonna be there? Yada yada yada. And it's like her sister's even telling you still choose to pick that man. I feel like she just played. She was on my screen. She was banned from confessionals. I don't even know why they got the hideaway. I'm irritated. Like, what? They get in the hideaway and then they even do nothing. Like, I wish she was like, they French fry, but like, I don't know. Like, it just what killed me about Melanie, and that's why I feel like Melanie fans have to be like the Huda fans, is because it's like, I remember everybody was like, oh, we want the best for her. We want her. Like, people kept voting her for her to stay on the show because they wanted the best for her. But then it's like, y'all choose her to stay with Sincere. Like, I'm lost. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like I saw a TikTok about this a couple of days ago. What I wish we would have gotten a little bit more is Corbin and Melanie. You know what I mean? I still feel like if it came to Parmita, Corbin, we don't get into them too, but I feel like they both Miami'd out. Okay, they love each other. They light skinned out and Miami out. I like them both, so no hate towards them. But I wish we would have gotten more Melanie and Corbin. Like, it was that one episode, I think they were doing like the soccer ball World Cup challenge, and it was the slime. I remember putting in my notes, I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, okay, wait, I'm kind of feeling Melanie and Corbin. Like, I don't know, like when they were in their confessionals for just like 1 or 2 episodes, because I think after that's when we had a recoupling. I was like, wait, they confessionals. I was like, wait, they look kind of good together. Wait, hold up. I was like, wait. And so I wish we would have gotten more Melanie and Corbin. But I definitely know that at that time Corbin was just staying with Kenzie, and plus, like, I think Melanie, I just wish she would have explored a lot more and a lot more earlier. Just like how Sincere was. Me and my friends kept saying that. It was like, if you don't feel comfortable in your couple, just go explore. Please go explore. Same thing for Casa. After Casa and that movie night explode, I'm sorry, I wasn't buying none of the tears and stuff, because it's like Corey was right there. Like, I don't know, I feel like we're gonna get into that, especially with the Casey and I thing. It's like, yeah, I understand one person could be doing a lot better. Yeah, Sincere shouldn't have played, but it's like I also feel like we need to start holding both sides accountable, because at the end of the day, it's just like, that's just like if somebody cheats in front of you and you still choose them. It's like, I don't know what else we could say. You know what I mean? It's like, after the movie night thing, you saw all that. Like, I even remember noting, like, it killed me when she yelled at him and gave him that whole argument at the recoupling, but then you re-chose him. I was like, girl, you could have kept that speech. Girl, you could have kept it. I'm like, girl, you could have kept that speech. What was the point of cussing him out? Did you re-choose him? What? Like, I don't know. I'm just like, Corey's right there. After she turned on Corey, it's like, I don't want to hear it. I'm so sorry, I don't want to hear it. But I mean, she was cool. I would say she did good, because she definitely changed her attitude, because I remember when Caleb came in, and I don't even think Caleb was really her type. She was jumping up and down and stuff, and I just watched Kenzie's Call Your Daddy, and I hope Melanie gets on the podcast too, because Kenzie said on Call Her Daddy that Melanie said she didn't know the difference between Corbin and Sincere. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have to see. I mean, it's like a month out until the reunion, and they still gotta do their brand deals, get their phone backs, get with their family, get back to normal life. But I hope Melanie really answers that, because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like she was just being unserious and playing, and I definitely feel like when people gave her comments, she definitely locked in towards the end. Like, she didn't even want to sleep with Corey. She was sleeping in Soul Ties during Casa, so it's like she really locked in. You know what I mean? So I won't fault her for that. But definitely in the beginning, she was doing too much. Same thing with like the Beatrice whole argument. we're gonna get into Bia as well, but I still do feel like Melanie was I feel like, because this is my thing, and I've noticed this in my personal life too, is that I hate when people try to do the fake switch up, because for me it never eats. I feel like you look cringy, in my opinion, because it's like, you don't act like that, you know what I mean? Like, you can tell when someone's not acting like herself. Like, there's not, even watching Melanie throughout the whole season and even towards the end, like, girl, you don't even act like that. So when as soon as her and Sincere first got into it, she'll be like, oh, I'm pulling your man. I'm like, wait, slow down. Because I know her and I are cool, but I remember when Anaya and KC were together, she was like, oh yeah, no, I'm finna just pull KC. They're getting ready. And I remember Anaya made like a little face or whatever. And so that's why I'm like, to me, that was weird, because it was like, you don't even act like that. I'm happy she got her act up. You know what I mean? She locked in towards the end. I'm going to give her that. But I don't think Bia was wrong. We'll get into Bia, but I don't think Bia was wrong, because it was the same thing. I don't think Kinsey was even that pressed that, like, she didn't save, I guess, Corbin for him, but it did kind of give, like, when he was there, like, she looking and doing all, like, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, let's kind of chill out a bit, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, like I said, when she gets in those podcasts, I want her to answer, because it was like, did you generally just be looking over, you're just interested, that's how you talk? Because for me, it was as soon as the Sincere stuff started happening, she finna talk to everybody, man, and it's like, do you even like these people, or are you just trying to get back at Sincere? You know what I mean? That's why I kept on saying, I'm like, is this really out of spite, or is this you and your character, you know? So yeah, that's what I have to say about Melanie. Me personally, I didn't vote her for the top 4. I did everybody else, but Kinsey and Dylan and her. I think Casey and them still should have been in the 4, regardless if y'all don't like him or not. We're gonna get into that too, because racism is weird, so everybody weird. We're gonna get into that too, but yeah, I don't think she should have been in the top 4. And I'm not saying all these things by like hate or nothing. This is just personal opinion, so don't come in my comments be calling me monkey and gorilla. Hey, I'm just random. I watch the show. These are my opinions, like how they do on TikTok, so I don't need the fans trying to leak my address and dox me. Okay, let's just put that warning out. This is all, if I saw Melanie in real life, I'd probably say hey to her, you know what I mean? Hey, this is just for funs and giggles, so don't do too much. But I personally don't think they should have been in the top 4, only because and even when they saved Incompatible, because for me, I just feel like, not even just Sincere, we'll get into him, but I just feel like Melanie, it's like, girl, she cried the whole season. It's like, did she really even have that many good moments? I feel like she just cried the whole season and was upset at Sincere majority of the time. Then for them to get out, and her family don't even like him, his family don't like her that much. Then they had that video resurface recently, so it's just like, I don't know, I'm just like, that was compatibility when it's like we had Casey and TT. Heck, even if Kinsey or Dylan would have been in there, I might have been fine. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. I feel like they were just toxic the whole time, and I'm like, this is compatible. But okay, but I think that was everything for Melanie. So next person we're gonna get into is Zach.
Can I talk to Kenzie real quick? If you want to. It's up to you.
I don't really want to.
You don't want to?
No.
Alright, maybe tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Zach. And I mean, Zach was cool towards I feel like everybody started having their shifts. I would say Zach was cool. I mean, he wasn't like my faves or my client, but I feel like Zach was cool. Him and the Kinsey thing killed me in the beginning, because Kinsey was definitely so hurt by it, but I love how Kinsey moved on. But I don't know, I feel like Zach was kind of cool the whole show. The only thing I didn't like, and it was my biggest thing, like, I wouldn't even care for the bromance, because I know how it feels when, like, you're, of course, when people try to question and tell you what your sexuality is, and you're literally like straight as I don't know what. So I was like, him and the Zach, Bryce and Zach, that whole thing, I don't have no opinions on that. I'm not gonna put my thoughts on that. I'm just seeing it as, hey, that's the bromance, that's how they play and have fun, that's on them. I'm not gonna get into that. But for me, I think my biggest thing was Zach. I remember they did say that it was like, dang, like as soon as they crushed in the hideaway, he was already talking about bombshells and stuff. I definitely thought that was crazy. But I would say my biggest thing with Zach was that was a bigger thing for me, is like, I don't know, I just don't like it anytime a guy gets upset at a girl, they get in an argument, he starts acting like a girl or to be petty. For me, that's, I don't know, I'm really big on that. I just don't like that. I just feel like as a guy, unless it's like domestic abuse or mental abuse or something where it's like you gotta go back and forth, I feel like you should always try to be mature in the situation, especially because like I feel like most women might come from like emotion and guys come from logic a little bit maybe. And it was like, what did they do? They had, I think that, they voted Gabe off, and I remember he just started popping off line at the mouth, and I didn't like that when he was like, oh, y'all not gonna get no breakfast and stuff. And it's like, Zach, who was you feeling like? You know what I mean? I was just like, who was you feeling like? Also the comment at the, what was it called, Paradise Cove, him and that whole Bryce thing, that had killed me. That was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I just didn't like that. Like, I don't know, it's like, I feel like when they were not voted in the most compatible, I definitely feel like it shook things up and made him lock in. But it was just, it was like one middle era in the season. I don't know, I just didn't like how he was talking to Kata. Like, I don't know, like how I feel like, because I remember Kata, she started to catch on. She was like, what, are you joking? Like, I don't know, I feel like he would, I don't know, I feel like Kata, we're gonna get into her, I feel like she really didn't do too much besides just be weird to KC. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like at some point he just was talking to her any kind of way. I don't know, I just didn't like that. I don't know, it's like, Kata, blink twice kind of thing, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I might be reaching, y'all let me know, but I just feel like at some point he was just talking to her any kind of way, and I just didn't like that, because I'm like, Kata's real nice, sweet, she be to herself, she loves her man, that's all that it is. I don't know, I didn't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. He just was talking to her any kind of way. He wrapped it up towards the end, and in the beginning he didn't do that, but it was something. I think it was literally after the cave situation. I mean, I can't quote all the things that he said, but it was like oh, you're not getting breakfast, or you're not getting this. Like, it's like he was like becoming controlling or something. I don't know. That was weird. But other than that, I feel like Zach was fine. I had put them, I don't know, I think I had put them for top 4, I think. But besides that, yeah, I mean, I think Zach, he always chose Kata. It was just the Kenzie thing in the beginning. But yeah, so not that much on them. So for the next person that I want to talk about is Beatrice.
Okay, so I saw her.
I can't feel it.
And I actually miss Beatrice. Like, I follow her too, because, you know, she does track and everything. I really liked her. Same thing with Sean. I feel like if Beatrice was there, they would have wrapped up a lot of the stuff, especially Casa, post Casa. I feel like they would have wrapped a lot of stuff up, because she was just saying it how it was, to be honest. I know a lot of people didn't like Beatrice, but I feel like everybody kind of like need that friend that's just gonna kind of rip the band-aid off and just kind of say it, you know what I mean? We kind of need that sometimes. I feel like that was her. To get into her disability, I know a lot of people online was like, they didn't like her jokes and jokes she made about disabled people, but for me, I don't think that was that serious. Like, people was calling her annoying, a Melanie hater. I don't think it was that, because I'm one of those people, like, of course y'all see me, I'm black, but I make like black jokes all the time, be like, y'all black folks late, or I'd be like, you so black or something, but it's like, that's my community and I can say it because I'm black. And I don't know, I just feel like, I mean, she is disabled, so I mean, why can't she talk about her own leg? It's hers. I actually think when she was taking them off of the confessionals, being like, oh, I'm gonna hit you or something, or she was like, oop, I can't feel my leg or something. Like, I feel like those jokes were funny in my opinion. And plus, I think I remember her saying in the show, like, I think she was like sometimes like bullied or like made fun of and stuff. So I think it's fine that she can joke about it herself and be like, it's not that serious kind of thing, instead of kind of being like limited by it, you know? So I don't know, I feel like the leg stuff was fine. If I can remember, I think she did ended up choosing Beatrice. Yeah, I would have liked her to have been with Sean, of course, but I definitely know, like I said, the kid thing was there. But also to go into her, I absolutely hated the whole lustful argument. I think, I don't know, I just feel like that's so dumb and ignorant. I don't know. I feel like it's just dumb. Like, it's a love show. It's like, that's like you, I don't know, it's like you go to a basketball game, it's like you don't want to see jerseys of a basketball player. I don't know, it's like it's a love show. They're going to be kissing, they're going to be affectionate. I don't know. But I would say that, like, I don't know, like, to see Jen and Gabe together, I feel like they were way better than Beatrice and Gabe, because I'm one of those people, like, I feel like if you always have to sit there and, like, question something, I feel like the fact that you're questioning it already kind of, like, answers your question. And I remember she was saying, like, oh, do you have, like, questions for me? Do you love me and stuff? I would realize, like, he would just kiss her. I think there was one time she had brought up something and, like, they were just talking. I think they just kissed or something. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if anybody was gonna say something else, it was Gabe. But then I know once we got out, like, the after sun, or once he got out the villa, people's like, oh, he's not really like that, he doesn't really act like that. So I think maybe we just got a bad edit of him, for real. But I don't know, I just feel like I feel like Bia liked Gabe way much more than he had liked her, in my opinion. But other than that, I feel like she was cool. I feel like she just kept it real. I would like to be I missed her. I can't wait to see her at the reunion. Hopefully everybody does go. But I feel like, I mean, she played her part right. I mean, she had a connection. I don't think she was annoying. I think that's just the Melanie fans that say that, but I don't think she was weird and super annoying and a Melanie hater. I don't think it was that, to be honest. Not in my opinion. I think she was perfectly fine. It was just Gabe. I don't know, because him and Jen actually, I feel like, had a connection, but I don't know, I just feel like, I mean, she kept saying, you know, we don't see the things that they show and stuff, so I was like, maybe that's true. But yeah, and then I wished, I'll say this for Gabe, but I do wish, not in a bad way, but like, you could tell, like, of course, that he's not American, so he doesn't have the best English, but I would say just for him, I wish they just let both of them speak in, I think, Spanish or Portugal, because I don't know, I do feel like, and maybe he didn't ask and talk that much because he didn't know that much English, but I feel like once he always would swap his native language, I feel like he was more comfortable. Was that me? Like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like anytime he was in his native language, he looked more comfortable. I feel like it was more of him and his personality, so I wish, I don't know, maybe production said he couldn't do that, but I do wish he would have, like, I would have been fine if he just would have spoken in another language the whole time and read the subtitles for him, because, I don't know, I just feel like every time he spoke in his other language, he was always more, he just looked more relaxed, more comfortable, more like him, and so I wish we could have saw more of those moments. But yeah, Beatrice, I think, was fine. I didn't find her annoying or weird. Some people was like they wanted her off. I was like, I like her. Like, I don't know. I didn't understand the hate trains and the stands, and I don't know. I really liked her. I never had that much of a problem with her. So, but yeah. And so now to go into Gabe.
Gabe, he's obviously handsome, but I can, like, taste people's pheromones when I'm, like, kissing them. So it's like, sometimes it kind of just, like, turns me off if, like, my body's just like, that was not it, girl.
I feel like most of these other people were, like, just very chill. You know, the big stuff was, like, Sincere, Casey, Corbin, Kinsey, Anaya, Melanie. But Gabe, same thing. I feel like Gabe was cool and chill. I know this might be a hot take, but I feel like if it came down to the voting still, I don't know. I wasn't mad and upset that Gabe was going home, to be honest. I do wish, and maybe it could have been productions doing, that we would have seen him, you know, just a little bit more be himself and come out his shell a bit. So I know the guys interacted with him a lot, but I just feel like we didn't really see that but him just kissing. But Gabe was fine. Like I said, I think him and Beatrice, I don't know, I feel like he just didn't like her that much. I feel like when he got with Jen, you could tell he really liked Jen. So I don't know. I just feel like Beatrice had liked Gabe more than he had liked her, in my opinion. And like I said, the voting, I wasn't too mad about it. It was just funny because they were trying to, like, match up with Soul. And they had thought that they were going to do Caleb, you know, trying to get both of them out, so they came in. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't really too upset that he was going home. I don't know. I mean, for the people that came into the villa afterwards, I still feel like they would have coupled up with who they coupled up with. And majority of the time, I mean, I know he would, people kept saying on TikTok, like, he would have enjoyed Casa, which I think too. But I just feel like most of the people's types were like, in Casa, I know Amora, TT, and Sydney, I think they all had kind of like Casey, Amora, you know, for Sincere. So I mean, I understand they got on the show after Gabe left, but I don't know. I'm like, if that was their kind of desired type, and I don't know, it's like the Gabe even fit there. So, but I feel like the people who definitely got voted off in the earlier episodes, it's like, you know, we only have so many things to say about them. It's not like we had the whole season. So I think, yeah, I mean, Gabe was cool. I don't have too much. I liked him on After Sun. And yeah, so to now go into Miss Winner, Trinity.
You gonna shut me up? Boot this girl out of this bitch.
I loved Trinity this season. She did blow me at the KC situation. But overall, besides that, you know, everybody has their moments. Besides that, I absolutely love Trinity. I really do hope she does like I wouldn't even say fashion, like a Landria model, but like, I would say like a stylist. Like, I don't know, like Trinity, since the time she got on that show till it ended, her bathing suits, her sets, she will always have some cute sets on. Was that just me? I literally put that in my comment. I'm like, one thing about Trinity, she gonna have her some cute on. I was like, hey, if I date a girl or something, like, hey, go shop with Trinity. Like, she always would have some nice matching sets, some cute bathing suits. I'm like, wait, I'll be like, Trinity look good. I see why Bryce chose you. I'm like, Trinity look good. So I really liked her confessionals had me dying. There were so many times where she'd be like, no bitch, or like when she was walking to the room and she was like, Zach, get out my bed, or something. Like, she just had so many little moments. Her confessionals, it's that one gift of her, like, she's grabbing her head with, I think, the construction outfit. Like, I loved Trinity, especially in the beginning. She has so many fun moments. Same thing. I mean, she always kind of chose Bryce. At first, it's funny because I voted for them to win, but I wasn't really rooting for her and Bryce. I just wanted her to have somebody black so bad. But hey, she black, so I'm rooting for her. And I follow her. She got like almost 3 or 4 mil now. I'm like, dang. But I don't know. I just feel like Trinity is so like kind of cool and like just unique. Even I remember when it was like one of the last few episodes, she had did that stuff for her hair, and I'm like, I don't even know if I ever seen a girl do that. And I was like, that was just so like kind of different, you know what I mean? Like, she just seems like she's different, really pretty. I was like, when she had Kiss Corey, I was like, wait, hold up. I was like, wait, I'm kind of feeling Trinity Corey. I was just, because I just want to have somebody black. But other than that, I mean, she was still cool. Then it was, once her and Bryce were crying in the confessionals, I was like, whoa, like, she loved Bryce now. She loving her some Bryce. So that's when I knew like they were locked in and they never really had like much issues. Now, it was certain things I feel like Trinity, I love her, but I feel like she was petty with certain things, because I hope everybody rewatches the show back, because same thing. I didn't understand, me and my friend that talked about this, I didn't understand why the whole Casey comment was so serious. I think, I don't know, I just feel like the unclipping of stuff is what made him the villain by production. Because I just didn't understand when she brought up the question about Bryce, because I mean, I can understand she felt hit, because she was like, dang, he don't got no faith in us. But my thing was like, I guess you can see it other ways, because like, of course, when Casey and I were together, she was like supporting that. But like, I don't know, it was like, I feel like if someone asked me the same way, like, hey Cameron, do you think you're in one of the strongest couples, and if I am, why would I say I'm not? You know what I mean? I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it would have been like, I don't know, I'm like, when they asked that, I mean, was Casey supposed to, like, I don't know exactly the question, but I think it was something like that. And I was like, well, was Casey supposed to say like he's not in a strong couple, or in a stronger couple than y'all? I don't know. I just don't understand that. Like, I don't know. And then I just feel like it was messy. The whole TT entrance, I would say the TT in the movie night, I just didn't understand her whole entire, I feel like she had just had fake beef with KC. Yeah, I understand she was like, that's my friend, you did her wrong. It's the same thing with Kata, but like, I don't know. I just feel like at some point I had thought, I'm like, damn, well, does Trinity like KC? I'm like, it's like she would be more upset than Anaya, and I still just, we'll get into that too. I feel like, you know, she was more upset at Anaya than Anaya was at KC. So I'm like, damn, is Anaya even that breast? Like, you know what I mean? So I just didn't like Trinity in both of those aspects, especially too, she would be calling a lot of people like bitches, mother effers and stuff. So I definitely am like, okay, let's tone it down a bit. But I think the racism towards all the black contestants was weird in my opinion, because it was one thing when I'm watching the show and I'm like, dang, like Trinity girl, like that was a little ghetto or something. But then I don't know, I remember people was like talking about their hair, and I don't know, it's just like, it's one thing when I can make a comment, I keep it to myself, but I feel like when the internet be posting it, I don't know, I feel like it starts to give like racism, colorism, you know what I mean? Like, oh, so we don't like dark skinned women now. I feel like that's what it starts to give. So I didn't like that. Like, I don't know, it's just a weird thing to be like, dang, Trinity, that was a little ghetto, like pipe it down a bit. But it's like when everybody's saying on the internet, I don't know, to me it's like, and then it'd be non-black people, so I'm really like, wait, how do you know what ghetto means? Are you racist? You know what I mean? So, but besides that, I mean, I think it was very predictable. I was blowed from Casey and them getting dumped, so I didn't even want to vote, but I felt like it was very predictable. I knew Bernadette was strong everywhere, so it's not like I expected anything new, you know what I mean? I didn't expect to change. Same thing for her exploring. And I mean, I guess I'll do the age gap. I mean, the age gap is not that serious to me. I mean, hey, that's their thingy. If they want that, they want that. So, but yeah, other than that, I don't think Trinity had really too much. I just feel like she was doing too much of the KC situation. I remember her talking to Bryce. I don't know why Bryce talked to Kata. That was weird to me. I think that was I don't know. I feel like him and Zach kind of did that. Like if things got shaky up, they'd be quick to be like, "Oop, let me turn my head and go talk to someone and feel safe," instead of just being like vulnerable a bit. And I feel like that's all that was. Because I don't know why he was trying to talk to Kata, but that was like the only, I think, mishap with the Trinity. But she's so funny because it literally gave me flashbacks to Casa when she was like, dang, she look like a better me, you know what I mean? She cute or whatever, but she looking like me. Well, I don't know, she just has so many fun little comments. I couldn't really hate her. Ooh, now we're going to King Casa. Casey, okay. So I'm gonna have to do Casey and Anaya together, all right? So I liked Anaya. We're just gonna do both of them together. I like both of them together. At first, I wanted the black love so bad, but I don't understand the hatred, the racism, the double standard amongst both of them. Because one thing I've learned definitely recently in life is that, like, even when you go through stuff, sometimes we have to start being like accountable of our own actions. Like, I don't know, I just feel like for Anaya, I don't know, I still like with Anaya, I didn't get is because like I liked her throughout the whole show and everything, but the thing that I just didn't understand is like, if you weren't gonna let Casey explore because you didn't want to feel like a second option, then girl, what is Carl? You know what I mean? And then if you think about it, like I still wish she just would have chose Carl, because I know if she chose Carl, there wouldn't have been no uproar. But for me, I just felt like she was definitely like I don't know, because I follow her on Instagram and I'm going through her pictures and I'm like, I mean, I never said Anaya was ugly, but Anaya be looking good. And so I'm like, I was just like, I just didn't understand why she had maybe felt like, I guess, a bit insecure on the show. Like there'd be so many times she was like, do you think I'm beautiful? I feel beautiful enough. And I'm like, girl, well, I mean, I've been insecure about my own personal stuff, and people will support you that way. So I definitely know that's something that she'll have to work on, because when I was going through her Instagram, I'm like, makeup did, hair did, but like there was so many clips of her. She was not saying, oh, I like her because she know how to twerk, but I'm saying like, I mean, I feel like how she would, I feel like she was acting on the show as like she has no attributes or something. Like I feel like she be acting on the show as if she was ugly. I'm like, girl, you are like pretty. Like, she was looking good on the show and looking good in real life. So I didn't understand why she kept having those moments of like, oh, am I beautiful? Am I pretty enough? I'm like, what? Like, I didn't see. I'm like, girl, you be looking good, you know? So I didn't understand that. But same thing, it was like, I just didn't understand how, like, I just wish she would have just chose Carl. There wouldn't have been an uproar, because I'm like, you realize she literally could have been dumped, and there would have been no second chance, no final, nothing. But it was still the same thing with Anaya. I don't know, like, I mean, we'll have to kind of see outside the villa how every couple thrives, because I mean, they're not waking up literally looking at each other for the next 24 hours every day. But I don't know, I just feel like it's the exact same cycle with KC. I just feel like and part of me was like, do people only feel sympathy or bad for Nia? Do they really like her? You know what I mean? But I don't know, I still feel like Carl likes her more than she likes her. Maybe it's just me, or maybe she just shows affection in different ways, but I just feel like it was the same thing. Every time Carl would kiss, he would pull her, he would do this. I remember there one time, I think it was not in, was it Say Less, where it's that green little spot? I think he was about to kiss her, and I remember her turning her head. She was like, oh, like she would say that a lot of times when they're about to kiss, like, or he grabbed her, she'll be like, oh, like she would be surprised. And I'm like, but if that's your man you love down, boots down, why are you surprised? I feel like I noticed that a lot. Like, she always be like, oh, he picked me up, oh, he laid me down. But it's like, girl, that's your man, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm not saying that as a hater. Like I said, don't try to dox my apartment, my house. But I don't know. And same thing, like, well, I would say, yeah, I mean, I have voted them in the top 4. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I had liked them. We can get into Carl later. I guess while we're here, I still gotta get to KC, but yeah, I would say Anaya, I had just really liked throughout, but her in the wait, I'm getting lost, sidetrack. Yeah, so I really liked her and Carl towards the end. They had their little date or whatever. I do feel like their date was like really heavily pushed for some reason. I'm like, I definitely could tell production did their biggest one, just because like we wouldn't really know about the Prince Charming thing until like she was saying it. But I think they had one of the best dates, or maybe my favorite date, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know, like, I know they're long distance, so hopefully it works. I like her and Carl together, but I don't know, I just still feel like that wasn't fair to like KC, because it's like, if the whole argument was you don't want to feel like a second option, why make Carl that, you know? And like I said, I feel like her trying to always get reassurance from KC when he was just simply exploring, I don't know, she was kind of losing me a bit there. Like at some point I was like, people were saying she should have been voted off. I mean, America saved her, so that's on America. But yeah, I like her and Carl. But I don't know, I feel like Carl likes her a little bit more than she likes him, because like I said, he would always pull her for kisses and stuff. And I know a lot of people was like, well, how could Casey switch up? But I would be annoying too if we had the same conversation 5 times a day. And then once people had replayed it, like, I don't know, I really thought that they were super duper strong in Casa, but when someone replayed like the moments before the end of Casa, I'm like, I don't know why she thought they were one of the strongest things, but definitely she should have just explored. And same thing, I'm going to talk about Casey. I think they could both be held accountable. Yeah, Casey shouldn't have been disrespectful, but Anaya should have just went with her gut and chosen Carl and should have explored more. And I was happy she apologized about the movie night, because that was just weird and doing too much. I didn't like that at all. And so I'm happy she had apologized for that. But yeah, I was happy she had apologized at movie night. I'm happy she apologized at movie night. But yeah, I ultimately feel like just to keep asking reassurance definitely would have gotten on my nerves. Also, the grandma comment, I think that was taken out of proportion. I think they clipped that and made it seem like it was all about sex, but it wasn't, because I remember somebody clipping it on TikTok, but they were like, she would always be like saying like, oh, I'm going to sleep, I'm tired and stuff. And I think that was the grandma comment that was made, but once again, she also made like a grandpa comment. So it was like, I feel like they both had comments about each other. It was just Casey was just more disrespectful, getting stuff off his chest. So that, and then once again, I don't support the racism. I also saw on TikTok because I didn't even know their socials before like they won and stuff, because now that, you know, they're tagging, people are tagging them, but before I didn't know their socials, and plus like you couldn't like comment on them, or some people I don't think you could follow it, so I didn't know their socials before, but now I see people in her comments. The gorilla, I think people were, one of my friends was like, they put her in or George Floyd's face. To me, that is just uncalled for and weird. I don't support that at all. Same thing, it's like, even if you feel like Casey didn't do no wrong and all that stuff, still, it's just like, what I didn't understand about all the racism is like, for me, it's like, you got to think, right? Peacock already a white ass network. You're on a white ass show, and there's white people on here. Like, it's almost Trump everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, we only got so many black people on the show, and I just hate when we act ignorant and we're not acting together. Because for me, going for Casey and Anaya, I think it's one thing when black people will critique each other, because yes, they're part of our community, but I didn't like it when it starts becoming like all the hate trains and stuff, because I still do feel like white people don't like black people for real. Some do, but they've learned to like tolerate us. But I feel like once it comes to moments like this where an opportunity is open, they are so-called commenting on like the black discussion, but then they're just spewing racism. And I think that's what it was. Like, people saw her and Casey going at it, and so now they think that's like okay and an excuse to be racist. I know it's not, and I think that's what it was. Like, I literally feel like I feel like black people, we only have each other, so once we start fighting, now everybody, all the other racists, think it's okay to start budging in, you know, because now I would see white people in Casey's comments like, oh, but we still rise, empty door. And it's like, I don't know, it's like, I feel like it doesn't eat regardless. Bullying and racism is weird, period. But at least if it's like when black people do it, it's like, okay, we're critiquing, you know, it's in our community. When the white people do it, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a tad bit of racism in there. And I was on both sides. Everybody, like, when I see a white person calling Trinity ghetto, it's like, what? You know, I don't know, I just don't. And it's like, at least we're gonna fight amongst each other, let us fight. When there's other people, I'm not feeling that. So, but that was all my thoughts for Anaya. That one person, I think it was Keon or whatever, and Casamore, I wish he would have chose him. I think he would have had everybody sweating in that villa. But now to go into Casey. Once again, I was a Casey defender. I really liked Casey the whole show. I loved him and TT. I wish they were in the finale. Heck, I wanted them to win. I'm still upset that they were one of the most compatible couples, but somehow didn't lose. I hope during the reunion they go by those votes, because that didn't make any sense to me. I really thought that they were in that safe spot, but I liked him in the beginning. I really pushed for it, but I definitely could see, looking back, on how like the resentment grew. And once again, he acknowledged that he I think it was on After Sun, that he had the resentment and that he should have spoken up sooner. So he said that he did apologize. I mean, we're still talking about the comments when the show is over. For me, it's giving weird, because it's like, the show over with, can y'all wrap it up too? It's like, if Anaya have already accepted his apology and they made up, why? It's not like Anaya sending y'all are trying to get him off of Anaya's behalf. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, and I feel like the whole him and TT situation just showed that he should have explored Soul, because part of me feels like if Anaya gave him more of a chance to explore, he would have picked Soul, and then I think Anaya would have went home. So she got lucky with that, because I guarantee you he would have chosen Saul. And I wish we could have seen more chats amongst them, but he did say that he was putting other people's feelings before him, and that's why he did it. And so, you know, it sucks. I really wish we could have seen him and Soul, because he seemed super happy. And everybody, I hate when people, I'm not in the open door argument, because at the end of the day, I mean, I still chose each other multiple times, but like I said, I went through some recent life events, and to me, it makes a huge difference when you're waiting to be chosen to just being flat out chosen. That makes a big of a difference. You know what I mean? Because, like, for example, say in the beginning when he had to be put out by default, he might be like, okay, let me figure out this person, let's take it slow and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But when it's like someone likes you, you can be yourself. You know what I mean? And so I feel like People underestimate that about Casey. But yeah, Casey, like I said, the door thing, I completely understand. And I could understand his frustration going into Casa. And I really, really wish, I think they still would have been mad he brought TT back, but I still really wish he didn't make those comments. But I understand. And people be like, oh, how could you think it? But I feel like it's just as much as the girls get the girls and the guys get the guys. I feel like that's exactly what it is. Like, I can understand when you frustrated and you just want to get something off your chest, like rip the bandit off. I'd be the same way, boy. I couldn't keep on having that same conversation. Not to say I would have been disrespectful, but I understand the frustration. Going into Casa, it was so funny. Like, I don't know, I liked him. I liked him and Corbin chats and stuff. Like, it just gave bro time. They were frying me. But I mean, yeah, he was with Amora, Sydney, and then TT. I really loved him and TT. I think the racism, people in TT's comments like, oh, I'm TT, oh, you TT going home. I feel like the trolling is just weird because once again, she made it with the girls. Trinity apologized. They apologized. It's like they made up. So who are y'all trolling on whose behalf? It's giving weird. It's giving racism. I don't know. I don't know. It's just giving weird. It's giving racism. Same thing coming back to the villa. I don't think she was wrong for defending him. You know, at the end of the day, it's like if you like someone, you like them that much, you're going to want to defend him. If it was Bryce and Trinity up there and people about to cuss Bryce, I know Trinity but would have said something. So I don't even know why they was acting like that. By her saying I'm TT is funny. But I really wanted to get into and I see on my thing, I put in my thumbnail, the grandma comment with Anaya. Like I said, I think that was out of tiredness and out of sex and stuff. But I really, really wanted to dive into the picture of the swapped clothes. To me, that really rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like it at all. And I think what's the real big shocker is because I feel like, first, the only people who really cared for Casey and I were black people. So I know a black person did this, which is one, you're weird. Two, I feel like ain't no nigga would have did this. So I think it was a black woman who did this. You're also weird. I didn't like this picture at all. I didn't think it was funny for both sides. Because I know a lot of the black women were speaking, especially when they were putting muscles on her. They were like, this could be considered transphobic. This is stereotypical because, once again, black women are always getting targeted with the, oh, you're too aggressive, you're too loud. And like I said, I know non-white, I feel like a black person didn't make this, and then I didn't feel like ain't a nigga made this. So I didn't like it when people were posting it online thinking it was so funny, so cute. To me, it just gave weird. I don't see what was funny about it for both sides. I just feel like it was weird because, once again, she's trying to defend somebody she likes. How does that make her masculine, ghetto, black? Like, I don't see the clothes on her. It was weird. I don't know. The picture was weird. I don't get it. Same thing about Casey in the dress. I still didn't see it because, so a black man standing up for how he feels and his feelings is considered gay. It's weird. Girly. But I thought it was, let's protect black men's mental health. I think that I just think the whole picture was weird. I didn't see it as cute. I didn't see it as funny on both sides. It's like, I feel like it's just a double homicide of stereotypes. One person speaking up, now she's masculine, too black, too this. The other guy is a sissy and not manly, not masculine because he's sticking up. That was weird to me. And like I said, the comments, it was like he ended up apologizing about him. So it's like, I don't know. I just like, the hatred is coming from where? Even at movie night, same thing. Like I said, just the stereotypes of racism. People are like, oh, he stood up. What he finna go do? Hit them and stuff. He literally stood up because he couldn't get hurt. Like, I don't know. I don't understand the hate train. At the end of the day, yes, I understand those comments, but it's like now we're starting to take them outside of their range of comments. You know what I mean? It's like, at least we're gonna critique him. But it's like, so why are we calling Anaya a monkey? Why are we calling Trinity ghetto and all types of ghetto-ness? Why are we saying TT's masculine and a man? I thought this was just about Love Island. So I don't know. I really wanted to cover that. That picture was weird. I put it in my thumbnail just to get the clicks and to do it, but I don't even like that picture. It's just weird. I don't understand it. I don't get the joke. It's not funny. I think that was just ignorant, whoever made that. And once again, I know it was one of us. So it's like, how can we help each other and we're doing that to each other? And so yeah, I just think it was weird, especially him still getting hate now. I don't know. I just think it's just weird. The movie night, like I said, he apologized. Everybody cussing him out. I don't know. I just felt like the whole Casey H thing was unnecessary. Kata still has something to say. Like, girl, wrap it up. Like, I don't know. They were killing me, because it did. It's like, okay, you could dislike him for what he said, okay, but to bully and to be racist, it's just weird. It never gave that to me. I don't know. It's like, that's just like a night. She wasn't necessarily my favorite on the show, but we're still commenting stuff, so I'm just wishing everybody black. I was rooting for everybody black, and I hope everybody black mental health is good, because yeah, I feel like the comments is starting to get weird, and then that you cannot like what he said. Yeah, and that's the thing that I don't get, because when people are standing Anaya, they're making it seem like she could do no wrong. Yeah, she wasn't disrespectful, but it's still like she did kiss like outside of challenges. She still called him grandpa, like she still name called, you know what I mean? He was name called multiple times, so I don't know. I just feel like the double standard was weird, especially at movie night. Like, the guys can't say nothing, but the girls can scream and cuss. I ain't like that. Same thing. I don't know. It's just like if people, like, I didn't like the Trinity, Melanie, Kata. Like, I just didn't like that. It's like, because when it came to like Melanie and Sincere going at it, they went at it. Nobody stepped in. Same thing, Kinsey and Corbin, they were doing their stuff. They go at it. It's like, why everybody got to jump in with Casey? I didn't like that. And yeah, so I'm happy he found TT. I really liked them towards the end. Think they should have been in the final, but I feel like maybe they could have potentially won it. I don't think they would have beat Bernadette though, but I feel like they could have definitely gave second. And yeah, I really like KC. I still follow him on stuff, because once again, not everybody's perfect. Okay, he said something bad, he apologized for it. Y'all want him to unalive himself? Like, what do we like? You didn't have to like him on the show. That was okay. You didn't have to vote him, but for him to want to die, and it's never that serious. Trust me, I know that. But anyways, it's just never that serious, y'all. This is a show. And then, like I said, you still got to think he could have had 24 hours of good moments, and he only had an hour of a bad moment. Come on. Y'all acting like he killed somebody. And also to go into TT, I really love TT. I'm really happy that she made amends with the girls. I almost forgot about Soul. I think had made amends with the girls, and she was able to slide back in. I remember she said after this, she's not gonna be friends with everybody, so I want to see what that's about. I didn't like how, you know, her and Kata would always be pulled for chats, but Kata didn't really have enough faith in them. I remember seeing that on TikTok. They were like, they feel as Melanie was kind of her only friend, and I think it was too. And hopefully they discussed that outside in the reunion, because I feel like Melanie was really there for her, you know. I don't know, I feel like she was really there for her. So yeah, I really like TT. I liked her and KC Black Love. I was rooting for them the whole way. Same thing, she put a message out about her and KC. I love them, and I hope they go far. I'm wishing for all the Black love, but really everybody mental health, because I don't know, the spamming the gorilla comments, like, it's just getting weird. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. And yeah, so also, I almost forgot about Soul. Wanted to get into Soul. I guess I'll do Soul, Caleb. Well, let me just do the bombshells in order. So, yeah, definitely we had got Gabe. I talked about Gabe. Kata.
I was there. Oh, you were doing the dance, but you didn't.
I had really liked Kata. Same thing. She was just losing me towards the end with always being mad at KC. That was giving weird. But other than that, same thing. Her and Zach always chose each other. I mean, I kind of spoke about her with Zach, but I just didn't like how Zach was just talking to her, and I could tell it would catch her off guard in the moment. So, but other than that, the Paradise Cove was hilarious. I love Kata. They call her the New Hampshire Grim Reaper or something. I don't know why that girl posted that. She was bored. But yeah, I mean, Kata, I think most of the people that stayed with everybody, you can't really have too much topics about them. I mean, they stayed together the whole show. I feel like Kata wasn't really in much drama. I think the argument and movie night kind of did blow me, because, I mean, I can understand, yeah, Zach should have told you, but I just feel like she was just scared and not feeling secure, but I guess Zach wasn't giving her that security. But I don't think Zach would have chosen that girl anyway, so that's why I don't think the argument was that serious. But I do get where she's coming from, because it's like, why didn't you just try to tell me, especially after seeing like a live stream, you know? And when she's completely honest. So yeah, I just didn't like how he was talking to her.
Get up. You can come chat with me instead of other people.
To go into Caleb, I really liked Caleb. I follow him. I love Caleb. He just seems so cool, chill. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be my thing. It's like I said, especially with especially these recent cases with these black people that had interactions with white people, and they either in jail or they didn't die. But we're not gonna get political. This is Love Island Review. But I do like it usually when like you can't be around white people. You can tell white people cool. Like Caleb, I feel like he been around black people before. He cool. He chill. You know what I mean? I like him. Especially once he got out the villa, he was like Jen. I wish both of them, we got to see more sides of them, because especially Jen, we'll get into her. She got out the villa. I'm talking about she already doing shoots. She doing like funny TikToks. I'm like, so I do wish we could have got Caleb out of his shell a little bit more. But I really liked Caleb. Was sad to see him go, because I do feel like he definitely got led on. But I liked him. And then him and Jaden, I don't think they're together no more right now. I don't know. I just feel like there wasn't nothing really there. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there was nothing really there with Jaden, so I just didn't see that. To go into Soul,
I just think you're full of
Like, it's just my fault. Like, I'm just the only bad person in here.
What did I do?
Like,
What have I done?
cool. That went exactly how I planned it.
What did you say?
I said that went exactly how I planned it.
You think this is a game? Mama happy now?
Soul is so pretty, so bad. I wish her and Casey definitely would have had more chats. I wanted them to talk about the reunion, especially like the pie challenge, and if she was able to make friends, because I remember them saying she felt really isolated. But then I don't know, and from what her friend, because I followed her friend on TikTok during the time, from what her friend was saying, I feel like Soul would have been better as an OG. You know what I mean? I feel like Soul would have been better as an OG. I remember people said that they're like, Kenzie should have been a bombshell and Soul could have been. I feel like if Soul was an OG, she would have made it to the final four. Something is telling me like she's really pretty, but I do feel like she did kind of give like conserved a bit. Even though it was Couples Island, I feel like she was conserved a bit. Just from watching season 6, like people like Liv. Like Liv came into 6. She was like a heavy hitter. She came in there gonna talk to somebody. And I just feel like Soul was kind of like reserved a bit, and so I feel like maybe she should have been an OG. But I really like Soul. She was really pretty. I feel like we haven't really gotten the tea and stuff, or the real deal from her. So I can't wait for her to be at the reunion, her to do a podcast, because like I said, when it came to the pie stuff and she was crying, I was like, why is she crying about the pies and all that stuff? So hopefully we get to know about that. And then her and Sincere, I really wanted Soul and Sincere because I thought he really liked her, but he didn't. And I really wanted him to choose him and Melanie to go to. I just really want to know more about them pies and like everything else, because I was like, why does she feel so excluded and stuff like from the villa? But like TT was able to make her way, and were they super duper clicky? So I really wondered about that. And then her and Sincere, I wanted them to work out, but I don't know. Sincere, he just be lying, so I don't know. So I don't know, but yeah, I think that was it for the bombshells real quick. So to go into Kenzie once again, I never understood really the hatred against Kenzie. Kenzie was kind of growing on me the whole entire season. People like she should have left. I've been voted her off. That wasn't the same thing for me. I kind of really liked Kenzie, so I mean, she was kind of fine to me. And the rage split to the clam slam was just hilarious. I do think she was only just a bit weird for the Jen and Mel situation. I think Melanie, especially because like she didn't get to tell her, and I hate when like they, what you call it, like they'll like somebody will tell somebody else something before the actual person in it. I hate when people do that, because now it just makes the other person look bad and like they're moving, slimy, or secretive. So I don't like that. But yeah, her trying to not have that kiss and respect Melanie was a little bit weird, only because like Melanie was literally not trying to sleep in the bed, you know, with people to respect the other person. So I think that was weird. And then the Jen thing I think was weird as well, because it was the fact that same thing, it was the fact of like, I think it was weird from that from the idea of like literally Dylan, they just talked, she just told him and you kissed him. I think that was kind of crazy. I can understand Jen. I mean, I understand they're still exploring. No one's really coupled up and stuff, but I understand. And I think Kenzie was going to tell her, but I think it was Kata who told her, and she didn't really get a chance. And so I think that would have been a thing. But once again, Kizzy, I definitely think she led Caleb on, but we know all these things. I follow her. I watched her Call Her Daddy podcast. She definitely grown me. She's hilarious. Like, I kind of like people are hating KC, but I kind of like it when people get on that show and act like they'll know where they at, or they act normal, real, and raw. I'm like, that's the whole point. It's supposed to be. I feel like in season 7, they were like, you could tell these people are PR influencers, so y'all act like regular people, and then y'all mad that they act like regular people. So I really liked Kenzie. I mean, she was just killing me with the splits. I remember she was like, F you Casa doing the splits. Like, it was funny. I do think she should have went home during that dance challenge. I think it was kind of weird to give immunity, but something was telling me that like that was gonna happen. But I think if she was the lowest, she should have went home, because I feel like that ended up messing up like the final 4 spots and stuff, because like Dylan and Corbin and Parmita were compatible, so I don't really understand that. So but yeah, I really understand Kenzie. Like I said, the whole Lustful thing is played out. It's really dumb. I really liked her. Jen, I almost forgot about Jen.
Like, how do you not put maple syrup on pancakes? Yeah, I said it and I don't give a fuck. Like, what?
I think Jen, I don't know, to be honest. I feel like Jen, for me, the whole show was kind of like a nothing burger. I feel like I didn't really get nothing out of her. I did really like her with Gabe, but with everybody else, I could tell she ended up liking Gaul, and I feel like Gaul really played in that last conversation. He just broke it up real fast. I think Gaul was just, I don't know what he was doing. He just played. But I followed Jen outside the villa, and I would say I love you. Well, I can tell people are like, she had a team, she's a model, because she's immediately doing shoots, these TikToks. I'm like, wait, she's funny and stuff. So I wish we could have seen her personality as well thrive a little bit more in the villa. But yeah, I think Gaul just played with her. But other than that, Jen was cool. She wasn't really in much drama. It was kind of funny because I feel like she was always a fly on the wall when everybody else was like crashing out. So Corbin, to go into Corbin.
I mean, you can accept my apology or not, but I wish the best for you in your new connections.
His interest as a bombshell was funny. Same thing with the hate trains. I really liked Corbin. I feel like a lot of dudes kind of don't know how to express themselves and stuff. So when he be kind of talking a bit slow, I think that's maybe where it comes from. And then the ChatGPT comments be funny, because there's one time he was asleep and people edited like he was like charging on TikTok. So that was kind of funny. But once again, I loved his relationship with Sincere and Casey. I don't know. I like the little brotherhood. I know like Bryce and them and Zach got their brotherhood. So I really liked their brotherhood. It was fun to watch. I really liked Corbin. He was funny. He had his moments. People were saying like you could tell once kind of the good people started to leave the villa, you could tell the shift. And I was like, I feel like you could tell Corbin wasn't there towards the end of the season. So I really liked him. Corbin, I would just say same thing. I mean, he made comments, but he apologized to them. I don't think he had any issue with anybody else. Like I said earlier, I wish we could have seen him with Melanie. But other than that, I don't think Corbin really did too much of anything. So, and I like him on Parmina. So to go into Sincere.
You're lying. Don't lie, because there's video footage.
I'm not a liar. I'm not.
And then we got Bryce for the last OG for Sincere. I don't know. It's funny because I feel like I like Sincere as like a person, but romantically, it's like I just don't know what he be doing. Like the synonyms be frying me. Like I feel like outside the villa, he might actually be like a cool person, so I follow him. But I feel like he was kind of playing. It was funny because I just feel like at some point I was very focused on KC and Anaya. I kind of really forgot about Sincere, and I was just like, hey, Melanie just need to go somewhere else, and I voted for him for Soul. But it was funny because for majority of the season I didn't even think he was like lying that much. Like I just didn't really pay attention to him. But I think once they did movie night, I was like, ooh, like he kissed and said beloved to the same 2 people and manner the same day. That really fried me. I said, ooh, for the Sincere clients. I don't know if I can defend that. That was really crazy. But yeah, Sincere, I just feel like I feel like he just played the whole show. I don't think him and Melanie deserved to be in the final four. I just feel like they played. Like, that spot could have been for somebody else. And plus, I feel like the relationship was a bit toxic, and America pushed that toxicity, which I don't understand. But I would say, I don't know, I just feel like as a person he might be chill, but romantically, I don't know if he would be the best partner. But Melanie left him boots down, so hey, that's her man. So, but yeah, nothing really to say about Sincere. But yeah, Sincere, I just think it was just the comments he made was killing me. Like, even to tell Amora that, like, if we would have more time, I would have chosen you. That jump was so crazy. Like I said, his movie night was crazy, but that's what people are saying. They said that he ended up having a going back and forth with the girls, but they didn't show that. So I think production really was trying to paint a narrative with KC. But that's the part I'm not understanding. It's like, maybe it's at the colorism part, because like, I feel like if there should be a villain of the season, it should be Sincere, because he played Amora, Mel, and Soul. He played the whole season, whereas KC just said one bad thing, apologized for it, and then fixed his actions. And Sincere hasn't did that. So I'm just like, if y'all want to have a villain, why is Sincere not the villain? I don't understand. So then to go into Bryce, same thing.
I'd rather sit up there and just fucking die. Judgment Day has arrived.
I mean, Bryce chose Trinity. I feel like since the beginning, I did want her with a black person, but I was like, I'm fine with her and Bryce. But once they were crying in the confessionals in Casa, I was like, oh yeah, they both like each other. And then on the screen, they put them like back to back or like side by side. I was like, oh, they did their thing with that. But I don't know. People saying they're scamming. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Do y'all think they're scamming? This is a fake Nicolandria moment. Because I literally watched like one of Alandria's vlogs with her man with vlog, and I'm like, her and Nick are still talking. So wouldn't it almost be like a year? I mean, I don't know. I think they're still together. So I don't know. I mean, they were saying it was a PR stunt and it was fake, but even looking back at season 7, I mean, they were kissing, and I don't know. Maybe you could tell someone to kiss someone. Production, I don't know. I don't think they're scamming, but it was kind of predictable to know who was finna win in the beginning. And I mean, I just feel like maybe they're really good actors or they're crying, they fake the whole thing, but I just don't see what would be the purpose of that. So I don't feel like they're scamming. I feel like they're a real couple. I don't follow Bryce though, because I mean, I don't know. I never really cared for Bryce like that. Just more for Trinity. But yeah, I mean, Bryce was cool. I don't know. I feel like I said, him and Zach, I don't want to get into that. And I feel like Bryce didn't really too much. I feel like he was kind of fine out the mix, out the drama the whole season. So yeah, and then him liking feet and stuff just be killing me as well. So but I think I talked about all the bombshells. I would say for the Casa boys, like I said, most of them were cool. It still had blew me. Y'all let me know. This blew me when they had 12 guys. I thought this was going to be, I wish they would have had those 12 guys for like 2 or 3 episodes. Like, I think that would have been really good. It kind of killed the climax of like, oh my God, they're getting double the people just for them to go home the same night. That had kind of killed me, because it was like, what was the point of them kind of being there? But I put him on screen. I think his name was Keon. I wish and I would have chose him, but they killed me when they had all them almost white people, and I'm like, wait, so ain't no black brother made it? You know what I mean? Corey was real cool. I didn't know that Danielle, she's from season 6. They're like cousins, so I think I find that so funny. I'll be following him. Corey's real cool. I think it was Clay was talking to Kata. He was real cool. I mean, I would have, hey, if she would have chose Clay, I would have been fine. Carl and Anaya, she got lucky, like I said, but I actually, like, I be following Carl, and he is so funny with the stuff that he posts. Like, you can tell, like, at first I thought I'm not gonna lie, they were dick riding Carl just a little bit. Like, they're like, oh, Carl, and part of me is like, are they doing that genuine, or are they doing that out of spite for Casey? Sorry, I had to say it, but no, I really do like Carl. Like, I follow him and stuff, and it's like, you can tell, like, he posts, like, you know what I mean? Like some people, like, I guess I'll use me, like, I use social media, so it's like I post like I'm an influencer content creator upcoming, but like you could tell Carl like like, he didn't have, I don't even know what his social media Instagram was before, but you could tell he didn't have like 1 million followers. He didn't have, like, he be posting like a regular person and all that stuff, and the stuff that he says. So I really do like Carl. He just seems like a normal, average, really mature person. So I really like Carl. So, but yeah, I mean, I have really liked Carl. I was trying to say, what I'm saying, Casa Boys, yes, I like Carl, I like Clay, I like Corey, and yeah, so I was looking on here. So yeah, it was Ronnie was cool, and it was Gaga played. So, and then to go into the Casa girls, I would say Sydney. I mean, she was cool. I was really more focused on TT, and then Amora is a bad thing. Same thing as Amora. They are in her comments being racist and saying she out of spite for Melanie, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. I don't understand the fans trying to create the fake beef and stuff. I don't know. I don't get it. And I almost forgot about Jaden. I mean, she wasn't really doing nothing for me. So, but yeah, Jaden. I mean, she was cool. She wasn't. I don't feel like she was. I mean, she wasn't on that screen that much. But Jaden was. I mean, she seemed nice and cool. And then Parmita. I really like Parmita, but like I said, her and Corbin definitely Miami'd out. I had like Parmita, but I don't know. She was Parmita was kind of losing me towards the end, not gonna lie, especially after Sun. Because I don't know, I feel like I hate when people do stuff like that. When I understand what she was saying, like, Kenzie, you don't have to do fake love and stuff, but then at some point I think it was like Parmita trying to have one-sided fake beef, because I actually do feel like Kenzie was like genuine and all that stuff. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, yeah, so you got to think, when he came in, he kind of like disrespected Kinsey, so of course she's gonna feel some type of way for both of y'all. But at the same time, would you want her to be like, yeah, you going home, girl, yeah, you going home, boo, yeah, get out my, like, you thought she was gonna say like I don't know, when she was like, oh, you said love you and all that, I'm like, dang, the girl can't send no condolences and no support. Like, I don't know, Parmita was kind of losing me at the end. I like her, Cora, but she was kind of losing me at the end, because I'm like, dang, like, it's starting to give one-sided beef, Parmita. Like, you gotta let that go. And then ain't she older? So I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? But yeah, I think that was everybody. And then the two folks that got pulled off for being racist. It was funny when they showed that other girl, because she didn't even dance like Casey and them. So I said, dang, she really don't like black people. I also forgot about Dylan. I mean, I like Dylan and Kenzie. I think I already said that. I like Dylan and Kenzie. I think the crying did almost kind of get me, but then once again, I think it goes back to the fact of, like, this is called Love Island, so it's like, I mean, if the man fell in love, how can you blame him, you know? So, but happy they moved past and locked in, because, like, I feel like they were starting to go in circles, and I'm like, hey, so we're gonna have to do something, you know. The finale is here Sunday, and we have 2 or 3 episodes left, so let's wrap these arguments up. So, but yeah, I think I had covered everybody. I had, despite the racism and calling people monkeys and everybody comments, and people got to limit comments and stuff, I really enjoyed the season. This was the first season I watched live, like, as it came out. I've always watched them later. I got my little Peacock account. I had a whole group chat, so it was a super nice experience for me. And the voting, only thing I wish was that Casey and TT didn't make it to the finale, but I know it was the fans. I think the only voting that really upset me was Sean, because I didn't really want Sean or Beatrice to go. And I mean, everybody knew Corbin was picking Melanie and not Beatrice, so that wasn't like a surprise. So, but I really enjoyed it. I have watched some of the finale. I watched while I was playing the game, because I almost didn't want to watch it because I was blowed, because my faves weren't in there. But I would say, yeah, Casey and Carl definitely had the best date. Yeah, they definitely had the best date. Part of me was like, I feel like Carl and I weren't progressing that much, so, but I was like, out of everybody, I could have seen them second. I think I put them second, maybe. But yeah, so the season is over, so let's please wrap all the negative, the racism up. So yeah, the season is over, so let's please wrap up the racism and spamming comments expeditiously. But yeah, I had a lot of fun watching it. I do. People did say, I had to watch the other seasons again, I guess, or look over, but people are like, it was really boring. There was no dates and stuff. And I guess I just didn't really realize it since it was my first one watching it as it come out. So I don't know how it usually is. But I think I'm going to watch season 5 just to see, I guess, like a difference amongst all of them. And they say season 5 was good. And that's what led up to season 6, like success. So I think I want to watch season 5. But overall, I liked it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's reality TV. It's a show. It's supposed to be for fun, love, and I think the better test will be like outside of it. Even Beyond the Villa, if they record that, I think I'll watch Beyond the Villa. Hopefully they have everybody. I think I was also going to watch season 6 and 5. I'm at season 6 and 7 Beyond the Villa. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a show. I think even people saying like, oh, dudes watching it is gay and stuff, like, I mean, it's just a show. Even the pop, I just got my mic and I was like, I just want the quality to be a little different, a little funner. So I had this, but I'm not one of those men podcast mic. I hate women and like, what? I don't know. I just feel like I just hate when people start doing too much. Like, it's just a little show. Peacock subscription. Watch it, have fun, do the little debriefs, post your TikToks, go about your day. Like, I don't know. I feel like the parasocials and stuff be kind of killing it. Like, it's just a show. I could care. Right now, Trinity could cheat on Bryce. I don't care. Like, I don't know that girl like that. I'm just watching it from a viewer perspective, giving my little opinion, and yeah. So, but everybody liked this last time. So if you guys liked it this time, let me know down in the thoughts below. I was thinking even in our group chat if we want to do a UK season or season 5, so y'all let me know. I think there's one iconic UK season, so maybe I could do that. But yeah, just continue to put down any TV or movies coming out. We got Spider-Man. My friends just commented in our group chat about the Odyssey, and yeah, and I know the uploads have been slowing down a bit, but I've been really active on my gaming channel, just trying to build that up. I want both of them to be able to get monetized in 1K, so I've just been putting a little effort into both. But yeah, so make sure y'all subscribe. Cameron Plays is gonna be in the bio. We be having a ball over there. Okay, good content over there, good quality. So but yeah, so I was so excited a year ago, 3 months ago, to do another Love Island review. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this. I know it's long, but I wanted to really talk and cover everybody. And yeah, so I think we're at 649 or 8. I think we're at like 600 and something subs. So road to 700, really road to 1K. And I cannot wait to see y'all in the next video.